Y'all seen Wanted? Y'all isn't a thing Australians say. That did not sound natural in any way whatsoever. Anyway, today I want to talk, I guess, guilty pleasures. In a way, look, I'm not really sure if I believe in guilty pleasures. It's kind of like, if you like a thing, cool, just like the thing. Don't worry about it. Don't feel guilty about it. Like what you like, man. Just settle down. You don't have to prove yourself to anybody. But if I did have anything that could be considered something of a guilty pleasure, it would be Wanted from 2009. Okay, I was 13 at the time. And when you're 13 and a movie like this comes out, a movie that looks like this, a movie that promises you a white knuckle ride with bending bullets, a car chase that'll blow your mind, and one of the most spectacular train crash fight scenes ever put on film. You watch that shit and you love that shit, and that's what I did. Alright, so if you have not seen it, Wanted is about this guy played by James Mcavoy before he was like all that famous, and he learns that he's the descendant of like this super assassin dude who can bend bullets when he shoots them so that it curves into basically a super powered gun man. What ends up happening is that he is introduced to this assassin club, this gang or whatever you would. Assassin club sounds like that's a strange term to use. He gets introduced to this gang thing called the fraternity, and like he's supposed to be like this really good. It's like his destiny or whatever to be in this gang thing and to like save the world or some shit. And it's amazing. This movie is so stupid and I love it so much. If you haven't seen it, you don't understand. They put little bombs on mouses to blow this place up at one part. There's this part where James McAvoy is running down a hallway and he's shooting all these dudes, and then when he runs out of bullets, the guys that he just killed like drop their guns and like they flee into the air, and then he grabs them and like uses them, and he just keeps like swapping weapons and grabbing different weapons and stuff throughout. It doesn't faze him. He just continues and killing everybody. It's amazing. Basically, it's the coolest fucking gun-fu stupidest shit that you've ever seen in your life, and I love it so much. It is so just insanely cool. It just is. Like, look, I'm a person who describes themselves as liking quality films. As you can see up here, these are some of my favorite movies of all time. There's stuff like La La Land there. There's stuff like Wind River, which is fantastic. Three Billboards, all sorts of quality stuff. Arrival, Steve Jobs, very, very, very good movies. But you know what? If you want a movie where, and I hate saying it, I don't like saying it. If you want a movie where you can shut your brain off and just enjoy it, that's kind of what Wanted is. And yes, by the way, I bought this from a video shop that was closing down a few years ago. That's why it says action up there. Anyway, that being said though, from what you would think that this movie is though, like, this is actually a surprisingly well-told story in the shape of this stupid action movie. Like, you do kind of feel for the main character. He is kind of this relatable guy. It's kind of like that very cliche Fight Club style of storytelling where it's just a guy down on his luck and he's kind of like a self-proclaimed loser, but really he's getting by fine and he's alright. But he feels like a loser, and I get that, and I think we all do, and it's kind of relatable. And then he discovers that he can fucking bend bullets in the air, and it's like, yeah! Then when he quits his job, that's not a spoiler to say, is that he quits his job to become a super spy. And then when he quits his job, Chris Pratt has like a cameo in this movie, and he gets a keyboard, and because he hates him, because he's sleeping with his girlfriend or something, maybe? Anyway, he gets a keyboard and he whacks him on the face, and it's like in slow motion and close up and stuff, and then the keys that come off the keyboard when he hits him spell out "fuck you." Oh, and no, one of them is his teeth. This is a very incoherent review. I get excited talking about this stupid shit. It's fun. It's a great movie. Shut up. I genuinely like this movie. Okay, like, it is stupid, but I genuinely like it. And I do think that it executes what it's trying to. And I think that is what can be described as a good movie, I suppose. Like, would you call a movie like Face Off? Perfect comparison. Face Off is a very similar movie to this in that it's quite stupid, but also that I quite love it. And like, look, I know that a lot of people could describe a movie like that as just being terrible. It's like so dumb. It's like you can't buy into this world or anything. Blah, blah, blah. All sorts of complaints. This isn't good. That isn't good. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever. But you know what? Did Face Off and did Wanted do what it was intending to? Which was be a movie for 13-year-old boys? Even though it was technically I wasn't supposed to see it till I was 15, but ooh, lucky 13-year-old me had their parents take him to go see this movie. Ooh, breaking the law. What a bad boy. What a crim. Point is, yes, I do think that this movie succeeded in what it was trying to do, and I think it is very good, but I also don't, and I think it was stupid. Okay, I feel like I've talked for way too long, and I feel like I haven't said much of substance, so I'm just gonna leave it there. Do the things, like and comment and share and subscribe, all of those things. Goodbye.